My name is Carla Morrow, and I live in Kansas City, Kansas. So for the first time in our 19 years, he worked days, which was nice because, like I said, he kept the kids when they were little. So when he was on days, we were all excited.
My name is Larry Newcomb. I live in Leavenworth, Kansas. I lost my father when my mother was 6 months pregnant with me. 34 years old, massive heart attack. My mother died 6 years ago, heart attack. But I was still in denial because I'm like, well, I work out, I do this, right? I'll be able to eat what I want to eat, and nothing's gonna happen to me.
My name is Gerald Jackson. I work at Magic 107.3. Heart disease was another person's problem. It wasn't mine. I can live forever. I'm not gonna have that problem. I can eat what I want. I can do what I want. Exercise, somebody else's problem.
As far as my husband's warning signs, the coworkers just said that he really passed out. Being in the healthcare field, I said, okay, well, I just figured we'll go to the hospital and everything will be fine. He's definitely going to have some challenges, but, everything will be fine. When I went in the emergency room and the lady looked at me and she said, just have a seat. They wouldn't let me go back. She said, have a seat. I knew something was wrong. So the doctor said, would you like to come in the room? We went in the room and I looked at him. I could tell he was gone right then.
March 28, 2012, I will never forget. So I'm sleeping and this sharp pain wakes me up in the middle of the night. Natural reaction was I'm like, well, it's just acid in the chest. 5 minutes later, the pain comes back. This time it's like a kick in the chest that won't stop. I start sweating. That gets my attention. Then I start throwing up. By this time, I've got something in my head telling me, hey, you may be having a heart attack.
It was going to be a 10-day vacation. I'm gonna go eat everything. I'm going to just enjoy my life. At this point, I was 401 pounds. And that night, I was watching one of my favorite TV shows. And I felt, I wouldn't say it was an elephant on my chest, but it was a very heavy toddler. And I said, I'm gonna go to the hospital. I'm like, I don't think I'm that bad. Again, in denial, thinking, I'm invincible. This is not a heart attack. No, I'm Gerald.
With my job, I travel a lot. So I get in to where I'm going. I make my usual calls. I call my wife, I call the kids, and they're all fine. So I'm like, sweetheart, I'll call you tomorrow. Tomorrow came and I couldn't reach her. I called 2 or 3 times and like, well, maybe you're at church because she spends a lot of time at church. So I'm at work and we get off early. As soon as I get back to my hotel room, I get the call. And he basically tells me that my wife passed away. The only thing I know at that time is that it was a stroke.
Sudden cardiac arrest. Disbelief, because here we are as a young man, really with no history of heart disease and no family history of heart disease. It left me a single parent of 3 children, which has been probably the toughest part of it, raising 3 children alone. It's really hard. But, it also has taught me that life is very valuable, very precious, and really we should treat each day like it is our last, because it really could be, or our loved ones' last, because it really could be.
I don't think there's a better feeling than to walk your daughter down the aisle. So I I felt elated. I was actually overcome with emotion. Cried, happy, you know. But the other part of it, I was sad because my wife wasn't with me. God's kind of did a pretty good job at managing my grief and my children's grief.
The risk factors I have for heart disease is, number one, I'm black. That just puts me in a category already. Number two, the lifestyle I was leading for most of my life was one of not being healthy. Reward or stress was food that was unhealthy. And right now, at my age, right now at 49, I'm living my life. I'm starting it. It's never too late. It's not too late. Educate yourself on what really happens. There is no magic pill. I keep saying that over and over again. That's not happening. What is happening is you have to decide today, right now, not next week. I'm not going to start next week. I'm not going to start 2 days from now. I'll start on Monday. You need to start right where you stand right now. Tomorrow doesn't exist. And if you don't make a change, you won't exist.
I understand that I had a heart attack. I know that you're worried about me, but no big. I have this disease. I understand that, but this disease does not have me.